David, coming at you. I'm going to read a poem for you today called You Are. Now, this is a poem that I featured before. I spoke about it, so I'm not going to duplicate it all. I'll just give you some basic information, but if you want to know more about the poem and how it came to be, there's another video that I put out a couple of years ago that speaks more specifically about it. This poem it took me, I'll just say again that it took me about 11 years to write it. I was living in Barcelona, Spain. I think I started writing it about 1998, and I finished it in 2010 or something like that. But again, if you want to know more specifics about it, there's another video that speaks about it. But before I read the poem, let me just say, I just want to thank a lot of you who've commented on in the journal. There's my online journal. There's a lot of you have commented and left encouraging notes. There's also some healthy dialogue between some of you about my postings and what I've been saying and detailing my experiences of late. Some of you know me personally. Some of you may even know members of my family. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. But, I just want to say thank you for all the encouraging words. And I want to say that it's difficult. Everything that I've been going through for quite some time now has been difficult, but things are getting better, exponentially better, in fact. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I feel as though I'm getting there. I'm moving in that direction. So I feel healthy. I feel happy. And I know that everything is going to be okay. There's a voice in me that tells me that it's going to be all right. And I've learned over my life to trust that voice. So thank you again for all the comments, guys. Thank you for all the words of encouragement. Thank you for understanding. In my last video, I talked about, I made a remark. I said, whatever happens will happen. Some of you kind of, were taken aback by that and wanted to know exactly what I meant. Nothing bad, guys, nothing bad. I guess what I really meant to say was, I'm going to stop stressing about things that I can't control and let the source, the divine, take care of me. And the source has been taking care of me my entire life. So that's what I mean by that. Okay, nothing disparaging, nothing to worry about. Anyway, so back to the poem. I'm going to read the poem You Are. It's found in the 1969. And, this is a poem that, again, a lot of folks have asked me to do it again, just to read it again. And so I am. But this is a poem that when I wrote it, I was going through some pretty dark times even then. My mother had just passed away. It was just a bad time. So I don't know where this poem came from. But it's there. And folks over the years have told me, emailed me and told me that they've used the poem or parts of it in wedding vows, which I find deeply humbling. There's one lady, I remember, who sent me an email once and said that she didn't get into too much of the specifics, but she told me that the poem, she'd printed the poem out and it was hanging in her child's bedroom. It was a newborn. Apparently her and her husband had been trying to have a child for some time, and I don't know why, but they weren't able to. But that's besides the point. But they finally were able to have the child, and when she came across the poem, she said she broke down, and it was everything that she wanted to express to herself but wasn't able to regarding having the child that she and her husband wanted for so long. So again, that was remarkable to me, and I'll never forget that. If she sees this, thank you. I still think about that. It's been some years now. I hope your family's well, but I still remember that, and thank you for that. And just a word to the wise, guys. Remember that what you do matters. Your work matters, and you don't know who you're going to impact for better or worse. So choose your work wisely. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. So The poem, again, is called You Are, and I began writing it in 1998, and I finished it, this thing says, in 2009. You are. And I have always loved you. And I have always loved you. Before the first dawning of the sun did come, my thirst and longing for you had begun. And as winds to free wings, you are to me the sum of all things eternity brings to balance. The reason seasons turn, fire burns, and dewdrops cling in silence. And for all my days, my beloved, my true, my heart, my soul, shall through time follow your hallowed steps to find you. For you are my gleaming hour, my leaning tower, my budding flower, my stars, my April showers, my latent powers. You are my Dante's infernal wars, my entombing ire, my consuming fire, my soul's desire, my lore, my winter's snow, my moon's looming halo. You are my meaning, my meandering eternal shore. So that's You Are, guys. I am going to stop. Again, it's in 1969 if you want to check it out. Guys, I'll just say this, regarding this poem, again, I don't know where it came from. And people over the years have told me that they regard it as beautiful. And most of these people, I don't know them. And so I believe them. And I'll just leave you with this. I've never regarded myself as a particularly beautiful person. I have my shortcomings. But if something like that can be called beautiful and it comes out of me, then there's probably a lot of beauty in you as well. I'm probably even sure that there's more beauty in you than probably in me. Let it out. Share it with the world. We need it. Yeah. We really need it. Okay. All right, guys, that's enough for me. I'll see you on the journal. Bye.